Hello and welcome to History 120. My name is Dr. Robert Welch, and for the vast majority of this course, I am going to be the disembodied talking head of history that will guide you through the story of America up till 1877. And we'll get into the gory details about what we're going to cover and our expectations in a moment. But I just wanted to introduce myself this week and let you know what my expectations for the course are and what you can expect to cover this semester. This is a video lecture course delivered over my USU Falls, my USF, and as such, we will not be having in-person lectures this semester. What I will do is around 3 times a week, I will upload 20-minute short lectures that you can watch at your leisure that will act as a supplement to the readings. The main way that you're going to receive information in this course, the main way you're going to succeed in this course, is by reading the textbook. My lectures are meant to supplement those readings. In other words, next week we're reading chapter 1. I'm going to come in and I'm going to give little extra lectures about material covered in Dr. Foner's book that maybe I feel need to be humanized with my voice. Maybe I feel that we need a little extra material that Foner doesn't provide. I might even occasionally this semester lecture on a topic that isn't covered in the textbook, but I feel is very important for our course. So that's how your material would be delivered. On top of that, we're going to have occasionally some videos. If I post an hour-long video, that's going to take the place of any lectures I would have given that week. I'm going to keep material short. You have a certain amount of free time and time that you can allocate to this course, and I'm not going to give you 5 to 10 hours of material on top of reading every week. We're also going to have discussion board assignments and papers this semester. So let's go ahead and take a look at the syllabus so that we can go a little bit deeper into what we're going to cover this semester. I will go ahead, there we go. All right, and I'm still on the page. So here we have our syllabus. First and foremost, here's my information. The number one way to get a hold of me this semester is through email, rowelch@usufalls.edu. That is the number one prime means of getting a hold of me. That being said, if you email me at 11:30 on a Saturday night, don't expect an immediate response. Also, I include my phone number. This is for dire emergencies only. If you are taking the exam and all of a sudden you can't get online for some reason, then you're going to be allowed to send me a text. Other than that, let's keep things over email. As far as office hours go, my office hours this semester are going to be online. What that means is I am going to attempt every Tuesday and Thursday between 2 and 4 to be available in the chat room on my USU Falls, my USF. That way you can pop in, you can say hi, we can talk about sports, the weather, or history, and then I can deal with any questions you might have in the moment. Otherwise, my office hours are generally going to be by email. I am not on campus this semester. That's why this is an online course. And so I really, really encourage you to use email to get a hold of me whenever you have a question. Okay, we have some of the university legal information we have to have, course description, etc. Okay, textbooks. Our main textbook is Give Me Liberty by Eric Foner. Eric Foner is one of the best American historians in the field today. His textbook is a real asset to you. That's where our main assignments will come from. Additionally, later in the semester, we're going to be reading 12 Years a Slave. That was relatively recently made into a major motion picture. You're going to write a short paper about 12 Years a Slave. Keep in mind you actually have to read the book and won't be able to watch the movie and effectively write that paper. So, I'm going to make you read this semester. Okay, we'll go ahead and continue going through. Weather policy, it's an online course. The only way I'm going to cancel this is like nuclear apocalypse or if a meteor hits us. So in those cases, we'll know ahead of time. Grade scale, here's the main thing I want you to pay attention to is we have exam one, we have 3 exams this semester, we have quizzes that will be held online as well as discussion board assignments and the paper. Don't worry about the points. Keep in mind the percentages. Your first 2 exams are worth 15% apiece. But your final exam, even though it's worth the same number of points, is worth 25%. You'll be used to my testing style by then. You'll be able to have a better expectation what I'm looking for in questions and in answers. So the third exam is going to be something where you can make up ground because it has a heavier weight. Exams are going to be multiple choice and essays. You'll have a selection of 3 essays. You'll answer 2 of them. I'm going to say this out loud. I'm also going to type it on every exam that I give you. I will not give you extra credit for doing all 3 essay questions. I will grade the first 2 that I encounter, and I will discard the third one. So please pay attention to the directions. I will post later the assignment for 12 Years a Slave, but you're going to write a short 3 to 5 page paper about a theme connected to that book. Academic dishonesty is something I take very, very seriously. When you do anything online for this course, if you turn in an assignment, it will be done through turnitin.com, which will check for plagiarism. You will also be required to use the lockdown browser on my USF to take the exams. That means you're not going to be able to access other web pages while you're taking an exam. Don't cheat. I know it sounds like common sense. It's the second day of the semester. You've been beaten over the head with it. It's beneath you. Don't cheat. If I catch you, when I catch you, you will get a 0 on that assignment. You will then also have the administration notified, and we will follow all pertinent means of pursuing this issue. Don't cheat. Okay, we have other university legal policies here that we have to talk about, or we have to have listed, especially we have the compliance with the ADA. If you have any issues with access, please contact Learning Accessibility Services, and they will bend over backwards to make sure that you're able to access this course and have any issues dealt with that you need. As far as electronics go, you have to maintain your computer. Your computer needs to be in fully functional working order. It's not going to be a valid reason to have a late assignment if you say your assignment works or my USF isn't working. You have to work in a timely enough manner to get your assignments turned in on time and taken care of so that if you catch these issues, they can be dealt with ahead of time. I understand that sometimes things happen, that you decide to go canoeing with your laptop and your laptop somehow ends up at the bottom of the Big Sioux River for some reason. But basically, keep your computer in good repair, clean it, love it, feed it appropriately, don't let it stay up after midnight, don't get it wet, and everything will be fine. As far as attendance goes, I am required to take attendance on a weekly basis during the first portion of the course. Other than that, I have no real means of assessing attendance except through turning in homework because it's an online course. It's a course designed for you to take at your leisure when you see fit. So we're not all going to be in the same place at the same time. However, if you are going to miss a due date for an exam or the paper, you need to provide me with documentation in order to avoid penalties for your absence. If you're a member of a sport, a university club, any type of organization, that means that you need to contact your coach and or advisor and say, hey, we're going to be at a debate on the day of my second exam in American history. I need some form of slip from you to send to my professor as a means of documenting my absence. Once you get that, everything will be fine. You'll be able to either turn the exam in early or do a makeup, and we'll figure it out at that time. But that's my policy. Big thing I want to talk about is the fact that I have a set of expectations for this course. American history can be very ugly. What I mean by that is we're going to discuss some very sensitive topics this semester: the role of women, the role of minorities in American culture and society. We're going to talk about slavery. Our supplemental reading is based on slavery. And as such, I ask that when we interact with each other via discussion boards or through emails, we act with civility. We're going to disagree over topics, and that is wonderful. That's a beautiful thing, because we're all bringing different opinions to this area of study. But if you disagree, please do it in a civil manner. If you refuse to act in a civil manner, I will be forced to deal with a situation that I don't want to deal with. So don't devolve into arguments. Don't act in an ugly manner towards each other. All right, as far as everything goes, we have a rubric on here for what I'll be looking in your written assignments, and then we have the schedule. This week we already have an assignment, and that is a very simple get to know you exercise. Go over to the discussion board on my USF and introduce yourself. Say hi to other people in the course. Say hi to me. I've already got a post up. This is going to get us comfortable with talking to each other, get us comfortable with using the discussion board as an interaction platform, and it'll get you ready for posting for the rest of the semester. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great semester. I really look forward to interacting with you over American history and the various topics we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about some fun stuff. We're going to talk about some not so fun stuff, and we're going to bust some myths as far as American history goes. So have a great semester. Enjoy your first week of classes, and I'll talk to you next week.